So I don't know whether it's pronounced Kiborg or Kiborg. I know that Lurkit and Stride PR are why I'm able to show you this, so I thank them for that. It's an action roguelite, so that's already a good call for me. I wonder if camera work is a thing, because I need my inverted vertical. And no, that's not Iron Man. And it took some time to load that up for some reason. I don't know whether it be controller, and it is controller. Invert the Y. But it's taking a little time to get stuff moving. I don't know why. And I should have hit square to apply. Just checking anything else. Yes, please, dismemberment. Let's get the fullness out of this game. And that little shadow dog there in the lower left, that's actually part of the logo before it gets all mechanized. So, playing as a guy here who looks like he's got a mechanical center.
Hello. I'm Inga, your personal AI assistant. I'll be helping you recover after your recent brain injury. Due to your legal limitations, I can only offer occasional advice, but can't engage in conversation. Please, access the help terminal near me for any additional information.
So what? If he does stuff to get out of some prison thing or something, she'll talk more, converse? So I wonder if I should actually do the stuff like I want to. There's circular attacks, and combos can be made out of them. Dodge means using up a shield. And then target lock and dashing. White highlight is a shield. Then yellow is 5 shields. Red, crushing, is 10 shields. Then parry is marked by a halo around the enemy's head. And parrying still costs shields except for the white ones. Oh wow. Plenty of shields needed for things. And there's sidearm weapons, not hit weak spots, don't need to aim. Melee bullets or melee attacks replenish bullets. Then primary weapon to hit weak spots with universal ammo. Let's go ahead and tutorial this. Pretty messy, pretty responsive. I'm alright with this. Then some heavy attacks. They still combo. Zooms in a little fast to the enemy. Like that too. So it's a multitude of attacks then. Is the Rondal like a combo rating, perhaps? That's alright. Then dodging. Where would the shields be, actually? And I dodged right into that, but the hitbox was already expired, so that's alright. Then target lock. Strafing like I like. And flick the stick when holding the button in order to switch targets. That's good to know. Then hold this to block and need shields. I see them at the bottom middle. So now the question is, can I block from anywhere? Does it have to be from the front? I'm gonna see before I do a parry. Okay, that's from any direction, despite the look. I definitely didn't time that right. That was timed right. But you need shields to parry still. I do not like that feel. But at least the halos give some pretty generous parry windows. Then simply just block projectiles. Yeah, that shield is any direction, and he turns around to block from any direction. That's good to know. Very helpful. Then quick shot. There's my sidearm. That's twin pistols, or two pistols, dual pistols. And the last one is primary weapon. An assault rifle. That's generally a weapon of choice for me. Then what's a weak spot? The head. Good to know. Oh, that's all done. So what now? Enhancements that I can't do anything about.
Welcome to the last ticket. The most brutal, crazy, and unpredictable show on Cable Galactica. Join us tonight, Lee Morgan, the infamous Butcher of Steinsburg, war criminal for the ages, trying to escape his past. But, well, it's hard to escape anything when you're locked in the most secure prison in the galaxy. Isn't it, Morgan? Will Morgan's success today, or maybe of his fellow inmates? To find out, stay tuned to the last ticket.
War criminal. What did he do? What offense is so heinous that he's in the most secure prison in the galaxy? May as well be a San Aiken there. And I'm already out of shields. So the white attacks I can definitely parry. Said white, but that's a blue one there. And does that hurt them? Then I got hurt. And I see a drone there, and I don't know anything about the health recovery. Or if you can run any faster. No, that parry didn't hurt. And then that just came right out of the ground.
Good. That was good.
So that was first blood. You can choose a primary weapon. The Chinatown machine gun, double truffle shotgun, assault rifle I should say. Then a rocket launcher. I'm going assault rifle. It's fine to hold so you know what you're going for. So I don't know. I'm sprinting now. And can get bullets in various ways.
Just cleared his dust room of bloodthirsty criminals. A round of applause for our contestant.
There's an actual applause.
Hear this, Morgan? Ah, the audience loves you. Well, it's actually pre-recorded, so don't let it get into your head.
Oh, pre-recorded. And it feels like this is telling me what awaits in these next rooms. Dog tags and mechanical hearts. And is this telling me where I am, basically, and my runtime and kills? Feels like it. Yeah. I'm gonna go this way then. I swear it's procedural. And I can do a little firing from here. I probably could stand to fire at them as it is, since they have guns themselves. And I don't have to heavy attack as much, although I can. And then hit them all around like that. But then we got someone else. And now we're done.
The fight is over.
Whole lot of tickets. I wonder if that's
At
more
the bottom of the
tickets or
screen,
tokens.
Right in the middle, you can
Tokens.
see your shields. It is the universal indicator of your defense capabilities. Shields are needed for dodging, blocking, and parrying attacks, as well as dashing to your targets.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
They'll recover after spending, but it takes some time.
So, I wonder what that could be. And I think the skull colors might indicate difficulty. And then we have what looks like a shop here. Or a wheel. So let me go ahead and spin this. Lose 10% health. That's not great at all. Now getting tokens, that is good. Main currency among prisoners, traders, bar, etc. Oh. Any tokens not spent during the run are lost when it ends. That'll be a concern. But I didn't get anything until I actually claimed it. So that's a bit of a gamble. I don't feel like gambling. Not anymore. Why don't I focus on meleeing a good few enemies here? Especially the gunners. But I can hardly move all that fast. I'm taking a few more hits than I want to take. But I ain't grabbing no bullets unless they be more from the sidearms instead. But I'll get away from that. Let me aim a little carefully here. Well, I said carefully and it ain't happened. But they are done. Then more tokens.
Well done, Morgan. Let's go ahead.
So the sprinting more happens when you're not fighting
For
enemies.
the viewers who only just now found our show, the first thing that I wanted to say is, where the hell have you been all this time? This is the best live action ever on Cable Galactica. You were missing out for years. But I suppose a little crash course is in order. This is an Omega 201 penitentiary. The mega tower on the derelict planet, unable to sustain life, and the most secure prison in the galaxy. Each inmate here has been sentenced for at least 300 years without parole.
Damn.
There is no escape except this little tiny space shuttle we have parked on the roof. But it only has one seat, and it won't wait forever. Who'll be the one to gain their freedom tonight? Find out only on the last ticket.
Ooh boy. I'm led to think ammo is a reward there. But there's no skull, only a forge and a sword. Really like to think there won't be any fighting here. So I'm banking my guess and belief on that. Looks like yes. Random melee weapon. Staff. It's got double durability. And there doesn't look to be anything else. So what is the point of all this then? The sword reward and forge. Maybe I'll check this just to see what the sword thing is all about. This will change up my attacks, I'm sure. And glad to get that attack out. There looks to be durability to the weapon. Oh shoot. That was getting to be dangerous. And they dodge. Now I was afraid of that. I'm trying to get rid of the rocket person. And try and reach them. They're going a little slow, so that's all good for me. Yeah, these weapons have durability on them, so they will eventually break. And this is the reward, a weapon. And then super moves build up regeneration. What's super moves? Then restoring a point of health or armor also restores weapon durability with a heal bill. That's sharp. Durable enough, but no real critical damage. Then a tiny little shiv. Parrying costs 2 less shields. Then piercer. I almost think I'd really rather keep the staff or get another staff.
The crowd is in ecstasy. Bravo!
So how about getting
Please
health?
monitor your HP levels. Losing all of your HP means death. It's usually rather safe, but reconstruction comes with a risk of a memory loss, like the one you're experiencing right now. Don't worry. Eventually, most of your memories will return.
Sounds like most, but not all, which is not a great feeling. I mean, what if I want to know my favorite food? What if he wants to know his favorite food? And all of a sudden he just can't have that? Uh-oh. We hit them from a distance. And that was supposed to be range. Let me dodge out of that. And be careful here. How about we zoom in here? Glad to hit them, then go this way and somehow avoid those strikes. And interrupt those too. Head stop can be a little tricky to get a feel for. Sometimes it seems like the attacks aren't hitting, but they are at times. Ooh.
All those dreams and hopes crashed in a moment. Pitiful.
That happened because I was dodging too much, trying to get past those machine gun shots. Or dual pistols, whichever one they were. Oh well. The age of industrial decline for winning a battle. Before we go see things, why don't I see the various trophies for this? There's platinum for it. Activate robot assistant, catch a courier, kill an agent, half the weapons, 75% bonus with long-term investments mutator, beat wave 5 of the arena, which I almost swear I could have been at. 5 different drinks at the bar in a single run that I never got to, so all those tokens were gone. Wave 10 and 15 of the arena, then 20 and 25. Then what? Difficulty levels. Then I'll collapse. Asteroid, Whisper, Novak. Weapon in both hands, and then 300% bonus with Marksman Mutator. Yeah, okay. Simple enough, but procedural roguelite stuff can be quite demanding when you least expect it. So now let's see what happens now that he gets reconstructed. How does it work?
Your fighting skills are hampered by the recent trauma, but they aren't lost. As you continue to fight, you're accumulating data to unlock them. Use this terminal and choose progression to continue.
This and not the gun stuff. So, enhancements. Like cybernetics to set an implant before the run. Arsenal to get a sidearm before the run. Energy and the Iron Fist super move. I've been actually watching Marvel's Iron Fist on what used to be Netflix for a good bit now, so I'm trying to catch up on that. Then maximum health with grief, despair, internalized anger. There's some stuff to get for playing plenty. I feel like I should get each of these. This just feels real important to get in each direction. And then tower upgrade. Oh boy. I can't grab any of these. 1, because I don't have the points, and 2, because I need to get the stuff prior. I wouldn't even know anything about implants right now. And then elite. Elite and default. So why possible elite? It does change them somehow. There's a submachine gun and then an assault rifle. And sidearms like Bumblebee. That's too little. Bustler would be the thing, or operator. So is this just stuff I have access to, different collections? And then what's over here? These are the achievements. Trophies. And then that changes up the look. Okay. Well, now I've got things. So that's Iron Fist. That's a train of a punch. And then implant. So that would explain the arm I'd seen in that GIF. Spine, gunslinger to speed up a sidearm reload. Then Guardian, the last attack in the combo triggers an explosion. And it goes up for each positive status effect. Thunder God. R that builds up shotgun enemies. Aw, shoot. You have to pick something or you lose it. Use it or lose it. I did not mean for that. If I had known. I can't go back to fix it, so I'm kind of stuck without an implant right now. No, let's go to the main menu, because I don't want to go in without an implant. I didn't realize you have to use it or lose it. And then you can reset progress, if you so choose, so to play it fresh.
You've died before you could accumulate enough data to purchase an upgrade. But that attempt wasn't in vain. You received valuable experience to offset the knowledge you lost with your recent trauma. Your skills are growing and eventually you will succeed. This was a mandatory motivational session. Please rate its effectiveness at earliest convenience.
Yeah, but I didn't even fight. That counted as a death? I hate that. Let's see now. Thunder God prevents death and consumes all energy to heal you. You need 3 energy cells for that. Then Splur on the spine, that's on the heart. When you're targeted by a powerful or crushing attack, slows down time and restores shields. That's kind of nice. And then Legs, Guardian. Dodge is replaced with a rocket charge. But I wonder how long that would last. Maybe I'll go Legs. I think that'll be alright. And I do want the pistol. Not much of a charge, but whatevs. Then there's a database of all this stuff. Good to know. I need to know when to do super attacks. That does damage, I see. I'm getting shot up way too much. And too bad the lasers don't hurt. And I wonder what kinds of combos await, actually. Different ways you can combine attacks. Let me parry this. That was a guard. But then I don't realize the combo strings that are possible. What I need is health to recover. And the super moves build up vampirism. I kind of like the thought of it because it feels like I would be getting health back if I'm doing vampirism. And there is recovery after those rocket dashes too. When should I break out the pistol? When should I break out the sidearm? And it takes time. Either it takes time or it takes beating up on enemies.
You acquired a sidearm. It doesn't require manual targeting. Simply press the trigger to shoot. We call it a quick shot. You can't carry spare clips for your sidearm. To recover lost ammunition, attack opponents in close combat. Your internal nanobots will use the energy from your attacks to rebuild ammo in the weapon's magazine.
How much alteration have they done to this poor guy? I already got a weapon. Let me go this way for what I expect to be health. I haven't checked things, so I'm expecting this to be health.
Ready, steady, go!
And what if I stand here for that? Oh no, I need them to stay in there for a while. I was hitting the wrong button there. And these are charges that also hurt.
That was interesting.
I don't know. I see the vampirism. I tried to parry again, but it wasn't working. Yeah, these hits are definitely building up super meter. I can get a little bit of health back at a time, it feels like. Heavy attacks break enemy blocks. Is that all? No, there's a few more. So booting up means I got a weapon I can use against them. That's why that's there. And then he just plain healed. That ain't fun. And I lost my bats. Oh no, this is an implant.
Oh, great.
So, blur, damage. It reduces it based on attack chain and triggers a fire explosion. Then, blocking and aiming deploys a barrier, neutralizing any projectiles. Then you build up protection when the barrier gets hit. Then firearms cause electric explosions that additionally deal a portion of the initial damage. Let's go with that then. Get a little more additional damage, but it feels like it replaced this head rather violently. So the heart stuff was implants.
How could they hurt you so badly, huh? We're not paying attention.
Why don't you shut your face, you fat jerk? Let me do my thing. I can't do any supers right now. I definitely want to fire at those with firearms. I didn't see that. Is that items? Delivery interrupted. I like the thought of it. And then I don't know what happened there. And I can't tell stuff. But I do like doing all that. How about you go down? And how about you take bullets too? At least it ain't stamina to do attacks. Okay, that came from above. And then that's higher rarity there. Strike that breaks the weapon deals 10 times damage. Feeling a little Breath of the Wild there. And 35% damage is fire, and it can build up to burn enemies. There's no double durability here. Let's still go ahead with this.
Well done. Take a break until the next fight.
But what I need is to get health back. I need to figure out how that works. Is that how? Because that's a whole new thing. I'm not convinced I have tokens. That's very meditational. Either restore health or increase the maximum by 10% for the run. Let's restore my health. So that's how to get health back. I'm glad to see it. I got sidearms, so I wouldn't mind going for weapon here. And the head on the map changes depending on if you decide to fix it up or not. Oh, my energy's at level 4 now too. And let's deal with the rockets. I am cool with this though. But can't stop my own attacks. I gotta commit to things. Probably dash in with that. And I didn't see enough about how that works. And then we got a nice saw to worry about. We had enough for that. And what do? The halo was up, so it was time to do that. And there it goes. No more sawing at me. Exploited poison and heavy hits. That's nice. Then attacks of this can't be blocked and deal double damage to the blocking opponent. And I don't know who's mutants, so I'm going with staff again. The range on that is nice.
Bravo, Morgan.
I'm all cool with that. Maybe I ought to go for the simpler enemies, because that's not as simple. And I ain't worried about tokens right now. I have a few tokens. A few. Let me rocket charge out of the way there. Had to get out of the way of that. I don't have nearly enough shields. Good to see them go. And then I need my durability for to keep the weaponry. But I like the range, I like the power. At least that wasn't much. But that was a bit much. Where's my... This be R1 and punch. I need to have the shield up, then hit the super. But no vampirism building up. But at least this is done. And I need a new weapon anyway. I'm gonna go with, I'm not sure which. Probably this.
The fight is over. You win.
So I don't know how many did I do.
Your attention now, Morgan? It seems like you drifted off for a minute there.
So here's the bar. It says Brack. And I don't know what language that is. I can't hear it clearly. So tap water, liquid flame to give fury when fighting a boss. Lightning in a bottle increases energy by 1 unit. Cold shoulder gives protection when fighting a boss. Well, I want to get 20% of my health back, but I can't do any more. Well, I
Don't
still got
forget
anything.
that even when you're out of universal ammunition, you can still use your sidearm. Ammo inside of its clip will continue to replenish itself when you're attacking enemies in melee.
That's good to know with the sidearms. I feel like this is a boss coming up. Especially if I'm being treated to a bar. Yep. Let me get out of the way of that. And I couldn't parry at the moment, like I could there. Now he's getting that back. But no vampirism. Trying to get out of the way of this. I had hoped that the hitbox wouldn't stay active. I'm glad I could parry that. I do not want to be grabbed by that. No reach out and touch a friend here. So I want to stay locked on. Whoa. Let me get out of the way of that. I'm about to lose the bats here. Didn't see that. I totally parried that.
I was sure he'd win this fight.
I totally parried that. I don't know what the game was thinking. I definitely hit R1 in time. Streets in hand. And killing joke. Like a lightsaber-like thing there. So that was a courier, that moving floating box. Good to know. The more I play, the more I learn.
You've lost to inmate Asteroid. It is understandable, given your recent injury and the loss of combat skills. I hope you can see it not as a loss, but as an opportunity for improvement. He is the leader of the inmates here in the tower. Even challenging him is a great step forward.
Oh, really? What can I get now? Augmentations in safes after fights. And then what, I just want to be sure I could. Yeah, because I can't there, but I can here. Minor synergy. So that'd be bonus for collecting implants of the same set. So I can do small synergy. Then you can reject an implant and get 25 tokens with that. And secondary stats for implants there. And what about here? More health. Then bullet spread of sidearms goes down there. Then you can pick a melee weapon before the run. That would be fun. The meditation, trader, smithy, armory, bar, and collapse all go up here. Do I want that, or do I want to be able to pick a melee weapon before the run like I feel like? I think I'll do that. And then primary weapon 2. Give me the opportunity to get more and more things. And then where's the killing joke? It's just a fluorescent lamp with tape on it. But still funny enough. Parrying dagger, ritual dagger, hammer positive, and rubber hammer. Well, that definitely won't be all that great, but critical damage though. And how do I do criticals? Maybe a parrying dagger or a fluorescent lamp. I am Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. And I've not seen the Princess Diaries. So now that I've got upgrades, I'll go one more time. Hopefully this time I'll beat Asteroid. Now that I'll have a better idea on how to play and to get stuff before I go in. So let's see here. I've done those. And then regenerates health each second if you have a long attack chain. But 35 attack chain. Does that mean just hitting enemies without getting hit? I'll have to see. I'll have to hope. Then these sidearms, including a revolver. I want a revolver. Then regular weapon here. No mods. But I'll go parrying dagger. Then primary weapon. Machine gun and assault rifle. Machine gun's got a lot of ammo in its magazine, but the assault rifle does not. Half the damage. I'm gonna go with this. Now I'm all armed up and ready to go. I can change my weapons. I was just a little early on that. I wanted to see about parrying like that. There's the attack chain. But I can't exactly do much if they're going down too fast. And it does reset when you get hit by things, as I figured. So how do you get a larger attack chain? But then that's a rarer thing. Killing an enemy adds a round to the magazine and 2 shields with it and 20 points of shock. I don't know. It's a higher quality sidearm.
You know what time it is, folks?
Oh no, that's a primary weapon.
Of course you are. It is time for the last question. The
Oh boy.
segment during which we're answering stupid questions from audience. Submit yours today for humiliation and win one of the select prizes from our sponsors, including the tourist trip to Omega 201. Your safety is not guaranteed. The question for today is from Josh. Josh asks, if the prisoner escapes on the shuttle, isn't it just a prison break? Won't they be arrested whenever they go? Oh, of course not, Josh. What a moronic, utterly preposterous question. Along with the last ticket, our victor gains full, galaxy-wide pardon for all their crimes, and the significant sum from our prize fund. In fact, later we'll have a special segment in which we are talking with the previous winners of the last ticket. Stay tuned!
Oh, really? A galaxy-wide pardon. And then they could do a bad thing again if they were actually guilty of it. Hitting the wrong buttons to defend. Then I'm letting myself get hit too much. Let me move in. So one thing I'm thinking is doing a whole lot of light attacks. That's definitely some lighter hitting stuff. Now I'm getting some health back. That was nice there. Glad about it. I probably could keep that, but there could be mods here. Only 2 in the magazine. I like the thought of damage booster. That's 30% more damage on the operator. Then damage to humans up. And then for every token I have, more damage with that. I'm gonna go with this.
Keep it up! Moving forward.
And not using the parrying dagger would probably be a good idea too.
You've acquired a main firearm. It's powerful, but requires manual aiming. Main firearms spend universal ammo to shoot. It's awarded in our many prizes as you progress through the tower. You can accumulate as much universal ammo as you want, but it cannot be recovered simply by attacking your opponents.
That's definitely a concern there. I'm gonna see about another weapon in here. And the gate does go up to keep you from going back. You gotta commit. Crude axe that builds up as poison. And it replaced the parrying dagger, I see. I would hope not, but of course, such hope is not meant to be. That should be primary weapon ammo, like I think. I want to use it up, unless it also is a magazine, in which case I can get more magazines. And then we got stuff to do things here. Get that all working on friend or foe, really. I need to stay out of the way of that. Then that was probably a good use of that. kind of funny how they're letting themselves get hurt pretty bad. We get out of the way of these. I didn't mean for the Iron Fist yet. And I could hardly see from there. Now for some simple hits. No, I'm not sure. I want to keep this. I ain't worried about any of these.
Good fight. We're waiting for the next one.
So I got more universal ammo for declining weapon, it feels like.
You'd think that all these guys convicted of multiple murders could, murder someone, huh? Or at least tickle them. No? No!
So I'd like to think I have a number of magazines. And this is protection to reduce incoming damage. Alright, let's see here. Magazine, reload cost. Handling. So do I have 3 magazines then? It feels like I have 3 magazines. How about I deal with the long-range people here? And then parry that. Parry that too. And then zoom in too late. It'll be okay as long as I don't get hit anymore. Let me also dodge that too. And that guy is stuck. I couldn't even lock on. Feels bad about that. Then another implant. Enemies killed by electricity create ball lightnings, and super moves make ball lightnings fly toward enemies and may bounce to another target. And then, when finishing a combo with a heavy attack, you make additional super quick strikes. That feels cool. I think I want to go with that. See about it. Yeah, it feels like the arm gets completely replaced. Now, where's the way out? This way. But I feel like I'm doing better. I really do. And then what's that there? It's something I don't know about. Not the collapse, is it? What is this? Oh boy. There's a healing spot. So I need to dodge the bad spots, and if I'm nearby, go to the healing green spots. Like that. 4 points back. Okay, I survived a collapse. All good there. So that was the collapse then, or a collapse. I ain't worried about the bar. I'm going to get the meditative healing. That is definitely what I want here. It doesn't feel like it costs tokens. No. Doesn't cost tokens, it's free. Good. That gets me ready for the boss fight against Asteroid again. Get some free hits while he's here. Ouch! That felt real bad there. That hurts too. That can be dangerous. I feel like I need to break those. Avoid the charge. And the grab. I don't have the shields for that. Whoop. Then that definitely hurts. Didn't see that coming. Be careful there. That's coming out a little faster. And that was a combo there. I couldn't see that. And then come some ads. I can hardly see at times. I gotta be careful here. Okay, now it's just me and Asteroid again. He's all protected. That could be bad for real. We need more energy than this. A little scared here. Oh! I was so close that time. But those were two big hits, though. I was not fond of that. I didn't get as much data because I didn't fight as many enemies because I was playing a little too safe.
You have unlocked your first special move, the Iron Fist. To use it, hold the block and look for hints on your HUD. Iron Fist can be charged to deal higher damage. All special attacks require energy to use. Accumulate energy by attacking and blocking.
I did not know anything about charging it. That doesn't say anything about charging it, so I couldn't have known. And critical hits for melee weapons. Unlimited slots for melee weapons. Rare weapons. Starting ammo up. I don't feel like I need that. 1% chance for killed enemies to drop universal ammo. None of that's feeling this great. Despair could. I could go despair and augmentation supplies. Maybe not adrenaline. All incoming damage in a special reserve. When you parry an attack, all that damage is dealt back at the attacker at double the amount. That sounds like something. I'm gonna go for that, because I can definitely parry some moves. Okay. I think I'm feeling the one more time syndrome kick in. I'm so sure, I'm so convinced. No rocket charge. Powerful or crushing attack slows down time and restores shields. And then Gunslinger to add a flying drone ally, interrupting enemy attacks and inflicting bleed points. I could go for that. Then this is an augmentation. Sidearm magazine size is increased by 30, and ammo dropped by enemies increased by 25. But when do they drop it? And the drone fires an armor-piercing round every 10 seconds, dealing damage to an enemy with the least health. That enemy drops ammo after death. Reload speed of secondary weapon increased by 20%. Let's go drone armor pierce. Let's go with that. And then no mods here, I see. Do I want Rusty Burner? It can cause burn. The revolver is powerful. Then rebar. An orange fluorescent lamp. Let's go fluorescent lamp orange. Then no mods here. And that's not a lot. That, on the other hand, is. I'm gonna go with that for now. You know what? I didn't use my weapon, did I? I don't know that I did. It does sound like a lightsaber. So that's fun to me. That's all right with me. That is funny, though. Drone is helping out. There's some tokens there. But I ought to get into more fights so I can get more combat data so to make more augmentations. Thought is a good idea. Put the fluorescent lamp away.
When choosing the implant, it is important to consider which set it belongs to. Guardian implants help with defense. Gunslinger, with handling of ranged weapons. Thunder God is all about energy accumulation and energy damage. Blur will improve your speed and melee damage as long as you maintain pressure on your enemies.
This is all good to know. So there's reasons behind the sets. There generally are. And then, what can the charge boost? Okay. And it still only uses one energy unit, which is nice. Parry on the other side. If you're gonna shield, I'm gonna heavy attack. And how about we do more of this here? We got universal ammo for that. And the camera will automatically pan or rotate towards the exit for the battle. A little harder, but I do want to get another implant. I don't mind it. I'll break this out just in case. Yeah, you really slow down when you get into a fight, though. Nice, totally hitting. I don't know what's up. I had to be sure to hit the right things like this. The gunslinger agent, huh? How about we end with that?
Such barbarity, eh?
Ooh,
Give me a close-up.
fatality there. I killed an agent. So, Guardian slowly regenerates damage from the last received hit. Nah. Thunder God finishing with a combo of Chain Lightning that jumps to other targets and deals electric damage. Melee attacks release Flying Knives that deal damage and build up bleed. I don't know, I kind of like the Chain Lightning thing. But it feels like the body just keeps getting replaced. Well, now it's officially over. Another implant. Let's see. Gunslinger Heart. Rate of fire, range damage, and bleed buildup increase proportionally to lost health. I don't know if I want that. Maybe I want this here. He's definitely changing up. I'll save the weapon again. But yeah, this does give one more time feels.
Burning mostly just deals damage over time, but its damage output is best in class. Be careful not to catch fire. If that happens, it is preferable to remove burning immediately with your special move Second Breath.
I don't have Second Breath though, so I don't know nothing about that stuff. And all I would know and think would be stop, drop, roll, if that applies here even. Then Chain Lightning there. Feels good, man. But it's gotta be a cooldown. There has to be. Then more attack chain, but not this time getting health back. It's alright though. And jump around. That felt pretty clean. That felt good.
Beautiful. We should probably erase the difficulty of that encounter.
So what's that there? Then plant. It's new, so I'm gonna check it out. It's a shop. This is where I get the upgrade, it looks like. Different frames for the different armor sets. Or just different things. So, let's see. Thunder God Head. Explosion or electric damage. Then Thunder God Left Arm for additional electric damage. Then the Speed Force augmentation. When time is slowed down for any reason, all incoming damage is reduced by 50%. I could use that with the spine. And I need to use these tokens for the run anyway, so why not? Let's go Thunder God Left Arm. And no cutscene for it. Feeling pretty changed up right now. That'll be a little tougher. Maybe I'll do the collapse. I think I'll do the collapse. But still slowed down when you're doing the collapse. Feels bad, man. That feels good, man. But you can't even roll, though. You only do one little small step. If I can't get to the green, it's important I stay out of the red. The green would be a bit of a bonus. And it would be really nice, though. This time I ain't get hit. I don't know that I need the heal. But I can still go for something here at the bar. So let's see. If I can't afford any of this anyway. Never mind. I couldn't afford any of that. Here we go one more time. I didn't have the shields for it, but I only had 1 point of damage to suffer. I did that too early, I know. I couldn't dodge out of the way. That was right. Still came zooming in. I gotta do better this time. I have to. Enjoy all that damage I'm doing. Now back away and charge this, actually. I felt invincible. I had to get out of that. I kind of could stand to be a little more stable with my aiming. Let me get rid of them. Be careful here. Get out of the way of that too. Only broke his arms, but not his head. And we're done here. All right.
Congratulations on a successful fight.
And then he just broke apart. What a way to go. He encased himself too much and he just broke apart. He couldn't handle all the rocks. So that's Asteroid done, which gives me a good feel for the game, and I kind of really dig it. It's responsive, the controls work, I can get used to things, and it feels fun enough to me. It feels like mutants here. I locked on instead of did the whole parry thing. And then arcing lightning is nice too. Those arms are going a little nuts though. Getting universal arm or universal ammo is a real nice thing. Glad those arms are working out. And that just bled through the floor.
You have survived. Oh, great.
And what a sign there. That won't fight me.
You've done it. You've reached the middle section of the tower. Here you find new enemies, and the difficulty of encounters is going to rise significantly. But remember your progress. Persevere, continue to improve your skills, and you'll conquer this section in no time.
I can imagine. Let me see if I can get a head implant here. It's a normal difficulty fight, so I'm not gonna worry. But I do like how this looks compared to just the streets. How about we move in? All this universal ammo is real nice. Like, I got a lot. And thank you, drone. But then I need to wait for that to reload, I see. So that's what that gauge is for. Reloading. Good to know. Those are the whites there. And I still got hit by some attack I didn't see coming. So gunslinger there.
That was good.
And I ain't worried about changing these right now. No Thunder God Heart. So hits the weak spots deal increased damage. Enemies killed this way have a 10% chance to drop universal ammo pickup. And then an augmentation. But I need to change out the legs then. Dodging at the last moment of an attack, or dodging an attack at the last moment, increases attack chain by 10%. Fire support. Once every 4 seconds, when you shoot an enemy, the drone fires a shock charge that adds 100% to all negative status effects on that enemy. Nah. Electric damage from attacks inflicts 5 points of shock. I'll go with that. So the only thing left human about him is his legs. And I'm hoping to change that too. As bad as that sounds. Sidearm. Universal ammo. Let's see about the sidearm since none of these have mods. There is power. The camera angle doesn't change, but the way you're facing does change what's on the monitor. That's good to know. It has begun! All this universal ammo is beautiful, though. And there's a whole lot of mines. And I couldn't be sure of things. I can be sure of pain. So I need to be careful here. Oh, God. So I need to parry that. And shield these. Whoa. Okay, that was tired. That's why I got away with that. I'm glad I could parry that after all. Okay, good. It's over. I got worried there. I was getting hit too much. Let's see. Explosive Mark, Razor Rounds, and Mutant Slayer. Especially mutants right now. And why was it pointing this way? I don't know why, because the way out is this way. I need some healing.
We're beaten by the hosts again? Seriously? Oh, I have no words.
Well, I do. Shut up. I'll fire here and let that reload so I can get more universal ammo here now as I start the next round. I don't know that I want to be around these. I gotta stay away from that. And what if there's something behind me? I'd hate for that. Ugh, I hit the wrong button and panicked. Let me grab this. Hit the knees. Hit that. Gonna have to let that reload. Now that it's reloaded, but then I gotta avoid all of that. So I don't want to get hit by projectiles. Then there's all this to worry about. They can be guarding and getting me hit. Getting me to not get the hurt on them. Is that health recovery? Yes, it is. Get this double durability. I don't want this. Although regeneration reduced by 4%. I'm gonna go with this then.
The curtain falls. Bravo, Morgan.
So was that not health recovery then? Oh gosh. That's problems. I don't know what that is there. I can't tell. But I am definitely in doo-doo. Right, gotta deal with them fast. Let me burn them that are near. I definitely narrow my point of vision with all that. Regeneration, I see. Whoa. And let me check things, because this pauses stuff. Let's see. Least health, no. Bunch of fire mutations. I haven't gotten mutations. The Shiv has started regeneration, but I broke the Shiv. Let me get past all these electric balls here. Yeah, I broke the Shiv. That's what gave me regeneration. Let me get away. Get past this and shoot. Thought I saw knee as a weak point. I don't want to take a chance there. I got all this universal ammo, I may as well use it. Don't want to keep the wild boar because it's pretty nice, but there's mods here. That's ricochet. I do not care for the shotguns though. I do not care for shotgun. Now where do I go? I didn't see the camera point me to the direction. Is it right through there? Yes, it is. That looked like a door.
Fun fact: chemists were actually cleaners deployed by Tom Ross in an attempt to stop the substance from spreading. When they failed, the army simply charged them with treason and left them to rot.
Oh, jeez. And that door won't open because of that. Makes sense. But I ain't got no regeneration or vampirism right now.
Ready, steady, go!
And there's a whole blob there. That's concerning right there. Whole lot of range to worry about. And get away from them and get rid of the range. Have the drone help me with that. That was so a parry. Or did the drone interrupt it?
What a bummer!
That feels bad because I couldn't parry the other attack. I did get rid of asteroids, so I shouldn't feel so bad. Now, source implant set unlocked. And Fenrir for killing an agent. I just didn't get to change up my legs. That's alright, though. I think I'll see about making some
Incubators
changes.
are considered the most powerful mutants in the tower. Their danger lies in their aura that applies weakness and can even cause internal bleeding with prolonged exposure.
Oh boy.
They are also known for their extremely rapid regeneration, the ability to summon weaker mutants and assist other mutants in battle with positive states. Facing incubators, it is imperative to maintain a strong assault, not giving them opportunity to regenerate.
A strong assault from an assault rifle would sure help. I got a good bit of data now. Then more health. And stagger duration when parrying goes up. And then I probably don't want that as much as some of that there. What is that? Denial and rebuttal. After parrying 3 enemy attacks in a row. Oh wow. More and more health, and the tree is going more and more in bloom until you don't have any more anger. Yeah, that's some deep stuff there. And then burning swords is a whole thing, isn't it? Second wind, super move. Not second breath, but second wind. That's good there. Key blast, oh boy. But that gives damage resistance for unspent shields. Energy accumulation. Shield recovery. Then less shield to parry and block. There's a whole lot of stuff here. Too bad I can't zoom out to see things. Now I'll go ahead with minor synergy. And major synergy. May as well. Capital is tokens you have at the start of the run. And then negative inputs of major synergies can be removed with that. Maybe I'll get that. Major synergies and no negative effects when you do them. So, probably good here. But yeah, there's something to this game. I can enjoy this for being an action roguelite. Would I call it a beat-em-up roguelite? I'm not sure. Sure, it can fit the mold. But it's definitely fun to me. I enjoy what I can do here. And I enjoy the thought of the runs not always being the same and mixing up what I can do and trying to adapt to what I have and make the most of it, while learning how to deal with enemies and making sure I can do better things with what stuff I get. This is in fact fun to me, and I do dig it. That all said, this is only one of a number of games I've tried thanks to people like Lurkit and Stride PR and Keymailer and other things. So what if you might see another first time I have with a game? See if you've played this yourself, and if you might consider playing it if you haven't.